Hey everybody, I'm Travis. Welcome to Travels. You know, two of my favorite things are adventuring and beaching and relaxing. And we have found a destination that allows you to do both. I'm here on gorgeous Crescent Beach in St. Augustine, Florida. Now, St. Augustine is the oldest founded town in the United States. What? Isn't it Plymouth Rock? Isn't it Jamestown? No. St. Augustine. Something I learned. I'll tell you more about it later when we're in the historic area. Today we're enjoying the beautiful beach. Look at this. Look at this. Gorgeous Florida sunshine. You know, in the South, we're very fortunate to have some of the best beaches in the whole country, probably the world. And this one, I actually got to drive my Jeep on the beach and park it up there in the sand and just walk down here. Driving my Jeep on the beach, gotta say bucket list item. Done, checked it off, moved on down the list. So today we're gonna do lots of beaching and have some adventures. Later on in the week, we're going to do some downtown adventuring and see some of the historic sites. It's a very old city, lots of cool history, lots of pirate history, lots of just Spanish and French history. So it's going to be a great place. So come hang out with us in St. Augustine, Florida. Like I said earlier, one of the bucket list things I'm getting to do this weekend is drive my Jeep on the beach. Like full driving it on the beach. Yeah, it's just as cool as it sounds. It rained earlier, so now it's just nice and cool, and we're looking for some dolphins or, you know, some whales or who knows, but driving on the beach. Today we ventured about 15 miles north of St. Augustine to Mickler Beach area. It's a gorgeous area, as you can see behind me. I think the water's a little clearer up here. Beautiful homes. It's a great 15-mile drive up the coast. And this beach is famous for being littered with shells and other things, including this. Can you see this? Look at that. Wanna guess? Prehistoric shark tooth. Somewhere there's a prehistoric shark out there who's missing this tooth, but now we have it. Have a cool souvenir. Hey guys, we're back here on Anastasia Island in St. Augustine, and there's so many historic things to do here and so many different ways to have fun, but I just can't stay away from the beaches. These are some of the prettiest beaches I've ever seen, and some of the best part for people like myself is like, when you go to the beach, you really just want to have a little bit of peace and quiet all by yourself. That's the beauty of this. There's hundreds of people here, as you can see, but all around us, we just kind of have our own little place. So it's nice to come to a place where you can enjoy being in the beach and not feel like you're like right on top of somebody. Someone's putting their sandy feet in your sandwich and knocking your cooler over, and have their annoying kids screaming and digging ditches while you're just trying to relax. St. Augustine, Florida is a great place for that. The sky is beautiful today, hopefully no rain, and yeah, we're just living it up. You know, one of my favorite things we do on our show, I've told you before, is having special guests come and teach me things. So this is special guest Chris.
Hey there.
Say hello to everyone. Chris is our Florida marine life expert, and he's going to teach us how to saltwater fish. I'm a licensed saltwater fisherman for 3 days here in Florida, and we're hopefully going to catch some sharks, some whiting, pompanos, some doodads, and maybe that little
stingrays,
Sebastian the crab. You never know what's in there. And so we got these massive hooks and all this cool stuff that is nothing like what I'm used to fishing with. So this is going to be pretty fun. The cool part is, if you just threw one in, we've already got a bite. So there's no telling what we're liable to catch. I want to let you watch the man in action here. apparently what I didn't know is you don't have to go really far out there to catch fish. So as you're swimming and having a good time, there's sharks and all kinds of stuff just a little feet behind you. So that's comforting. I know executive producer Wyatt and Zane are a little freaked out about that. So hopefully we catch some. So. So far we're 0 for 2, but something's eating our shrimp. So it's like all you can eat shrimp buffet around here. And these weights and things are just so different than what I'm used to. It's kind of like I would think this was pirate treasure if I found that. Executive producer Wyatt has caught the first ocean fish. Definitely a giant great white.
2 meals right there.
So what is this fish we've caught right here? This is a whiting.
And kind of a small one at that too.
Yeah, it looks kind of like just a big minnow.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yes.
But it's a Florida fish.
Yes, sir.
Wyatt caught out of the ocean. Thanks to Chris's expert guidance here.
Yes, sir. Disappointing. Yep.
We need to catch a bigger fish.
See, that little fish, people put up a fight and I thought it was a big fish.
So it turns out that ocean fishing, deep sea fishing, saltwater fishing is just as relaxing as trout fishing that I used to do, because you just set your poles and you wait for the fish to bite, and you can't ask for a prettier setting to sit and wait for fish to bite, even though Wyatt's beating me 3-0. Not happy about that, but I'll catch up. So I told you earlier that St. Augustine was the oldest city in America, and that's true. We're here at the St. Augustine Visitor Center and Gift Shop and Museum, and St. Augustine was founded in 1565 and has been handed over in years and years from the French to the Spanish to the Americas. And a place of great history, lots of really interesting things. We're going to scope around today and find some cool things to show you some of the history of this really neat town. So we were visiting the restroom and we found this key on the floor. What is it open? I don't know. We're going to find out. Gift shop key. But you know what's cool about souvenir shops is you find all kinds of historic things, like, you know, colonial fidget spinners. Those were around during Ponce de Leon, right? The Declaration of Independence. I'm sure that's original. And this recreation of this Spanish ship. So we've made our way over to St. George Street, which is one of the historic touristy streets in town. There's lots of restaurants and lots of great smells and music and lots of people, and so this should be a fun way to meander around for a little while. It's really hot though, like, what? So we're not even a quarter way down St. George Street. You've already had free taffy samples, which were great, some free popcorn, cheesecake flavored something, and Wyatt's got a white chocolate Oreo that he's going to dive into, which is probably pretty great. So try it and see what people think.
That's so good.
We're finding that this is definitely a food city street, and we like that. So we found lots of treats, but we found a Ben & Jerry's, and we enjoyed it pretty good. Yeah, nothing like a 90-degree Florida day to make you want some ice cream. Vacation's always full of hard choices, and right now I'm faced with one of the most difficult decisions in all of my trip here. Should I go home with the American flag? Show trunks. Wool mermaid. I might just do both. See if I can decide. So behind me is the Cathedral Basilica of St. Augustine, built in 1793. This gorgeous Catholic church is still in use today, so we're going to take a little trip inside and see some of the sights. Just beautiful. We've made our way now to beautiful Flagler College in downtown St. Augustine. And this looks nothing like the place where I went to school.
I got one.
Ponce de Leon's presence is everywhere here in St. Augustine. This giant lion is just one of the many, many places you'll see that represents the leon. I don't know a lot about French and Spanish, but I'm assuming leon means lion. Close enough. I don't think it's Ponce de la Cheetah. Ponce de la Tiger. Arr. So now we're on the set of Pirates of the Caribbean Part 20, Jack Sparrow's Revenge. I'm just kidding. Everything around here looks like it belongs in a Disney pirate movie. Like, see this big house behind me? I don't know how this thing is. It's old, but it looks cool as crap. Okay, so I was just kidding about being on the set of Pirates of the Caribbean, but I'll be darned if we didn't find a real pirate ship here in Matanzas Bay. We didn't bring our swashbuckling gear, so I guess we're gonna swing over to it. But there it is.
Is that a gator?
I don't think so. The Santa Maria restaurant is closed. The Nina and the Pinta had better food service. I guess they're still open around here somewhere. I haven't found either one yet, but no food at the Santa Maria. But this dock is super shaky, and it just could possibly go crashing through. So see the danger I go to bring you guys travels, adventures, and get cheese sticks. Here we are now on the Bridge de Leon. Once again, the lion is everywhere all over St. Augustine. This is a really cool drawbridge that spans the Matanzas Bay, and we're hoping we get to see the drawbridge go up and down, because I don't think I've ever seen a drawbridge go up and down before, because that'd be really cool. There's a lot of great boats in the marina. And now we're here at Castillo de San Marcos. This massive Spanish fort was built in 1672, about 100 years after the city was founded, to defend the bay against marauders, pirates, Spanish, French invaders. The coolest thing is, this fort has been used throughout American history up until about the 1900s. The Spanish used it, of course, when the city was founded. The British took over when they got the area, and then of course the Americans took over. So this fort has been a part of, so many wars, Revolutionary War, Civil War history, lots of great things, and it's beautiful, and we'll show you around. Of course, they built this thing to have a strategic position, because on one side you have Matanzas Bay, which is like the alleyway to the city, and if you come with me over to the other side, you have the bustling metropolis of St. Augustine, which I'm sure wasn't quite so bustling, but still, a lot of the city streets that we've been walking down are original, or at least from the early 16 and 1700s. So this was a very important structure in that time. Don't I sound all like historical, and you're learning stuff today? Isn't that cool? When you come to Castillo, you've got to mind your manners, because you tell a few sarcastic jokes, next thing you know, they'll lock you up. No sense of humor. Come on, let me out of here! So now we're standing in the King's Coffer, which is basically like the treasury where they kept all the money and the doubloons and all those things. As you can see, much like my own bank account, it's empty. So whenever I'm traveling and adventuring, I always am looking for my Indiana Jones moment. That moment where you're in the temple and you're trying to find the artifact. I think this orb just might be the artifact. Like, it says there's an old Spanish Trail 0 marker between St. Augustine and San Diego. But I'm gonna push on this seal. Looks very official, and we're gonna see what happens. Are you guys ready? Hold on. Damn it. Oh well, probably broken. I'm not virtuous enough, I guess, to open the seal. Damn.
Is it a gift?
So we've had no shortage of finding good food here in St. Augustine. We've had amazing tacos, we've had all kinds of junk food and stuff, but now we're at Hurricane Patty's here on the bay, and we just ordered up a big plate of shark bites, so that's going to be an interesting thing. shark bites are here, and the boys are ready to dive in, so go for it.
Super hot.
What does it taste like?
Fish.
Fish? Does it taste like shark? Do you feel the need to go da-da, da-da? No?
Super hot.
Super hot. All right, shark bites are a hit. Well, we've had an incredible time in St. Augustine, exploring, beaching, just laying around having a good old time. It's a great place for a family destination, for a vacation. Lots to do, not a lot of crowds, and the people are super friendly. Lots of great food. We didn't even get to do everything we wanted to. We didn't get to the lighthouse. We didn't make it to the Fountain of Youth, although, come on, I think I'm doing all right. Lots of things that we'll have to do next time we come back to St. Augustine, because we'll definitely be back. The beach has been beautiful today. We've seen lots of jellyfish, not one single peanut butter fish. I don't know what the deal with that is, but maybe there's a shortage. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys have had fun with us. As always, I'm Travis. Thank you for watching Travels, and remember, it's a great big world out there, and I'm going to see it all.